Hello.
Hi.
This is so funny. Hi, I'm Catherine.
And I'm Victoria.
We're the Neat and Not by the Sea Flosstube.
I think this is video number 6. Oh no.
And this is video something
No,
number
it's number 6, but I've just realised that quite often with the Kiwi accent, 6 doesn't always sound like 6,
So with my English accent, it's number 6. It's a very definite 6. I hadn't even twigged. And we're coming to you from Port Chalmers in Dunedin, New Zealand.
Yeah. And it is it's Monday, May the 3rd. Now, we usually film on a Tuesday, but I have a haircut tomorrow, so Catherine very kindly let us rearrange her schedule a wee bit.
Yeah, so that was good. And we're trying a new location.
Yeah.
So we might move back, we might move forward.
I won't be moving back because I looked at that view before we recorded, and you don't want to see that.
So yeah, we're trying a new location in Victoria's house. I've sat here before.
Yes,
I've done it from here, but not with the whole arrangement here.
I've got a glory box, or it's a cedar chair. I don't know what it is. It's a big box, wooden box that I've got blankets in. Weighs a ton.
It does, and it's carved. It's quite beautiful.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so chit chat.
Chit chat, yeah. I don't really think there's been much. We had a public holiday weekend 2 weekends ago, or a weekend ago, I can't remember. Anyway, it turned out to be one of the best 3-day weekends I've had. It was wonderful. The weather was stormy, there was thunder and lightning and hail, and it rained, and it was just horrible weather, and I spent the whole weekend inside in my bed watching TV, stitching, and it was wonderful. It was so rejuvenating, so I highly recommend it. I think you were painting and doing all sorts of things.
Did I go away with Martin?
Is that where you went to Chicago?
No, that can't have been, because this was this ANZAC?
Yeah, ANZAC weekends, which is Australia, New Zealand...
Armed Services.
Armed Services, yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that. We should know, but we don't. Yeah, I think you're right.
Australia, New Zealand. Army Corps. Armed Corps. Something like that.
Yeah, I was going to Google it before we filmed this, but I didn't.
Yeah, so it's like Poppy Day. In the UK anyway.
Yeah.
And it's amazing in New Zealand actually, because people still wake up, well, they do it at 11 in the morning in the UK in October, November. It's very civilized. Here they do it at 6 in the morning. And
it's dawn service.
Thousands of people get up and go.
Yeah.
It's really quite moving, but I haven't been moved to do it yet.
Oh, I've done it, I did it for the 100th anniversary, which was about 3 years ago. So I went up and got up at dawn, and it was really good.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing.
I would definitely do it again, but it involves getting up before dawn.
Yes.
It's a lot of forward planning for that.
Yes, I'm not a morning person. And I have a whole conversation in my head about we really need to be moving towards no war in the future. But anyway, that is not stitching. I will say I'm not sparkly today. So send good vibes to the universe. I have a friend of a family that's quite ill. So good vibes.
Good vibes.
We're after
the good vibes. And jazz hands.
Jazz hands. So if you have good vibes and you have jazz hands, or if you pray or anything, pray for this friend of our family who's much needed here. And now will be fun. Ta-da.
Let's go straight back up.
I've got the big hair. We can do fun.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So
otherwise, it's been pretty quiet in New Zealand. Otherwise, things just chugging along.
Yeah, I think they've just declared that we're going to have a bubble with one of the Pacific Islands at least, and we can start traveling there from May. But I think I'm going to stay put. Yeah. Not that there is no money in the kitty. It's all going into linen. But I'm going to stay put until everybody has been vaccinated and things are really quite safe.
Yeah. So we're quite not behind, but our vaccine rollout is still going. So my mum is 68, and she's, I think, getting hers sometime in the next couple of weeks. So
interesting.
For the under 65s, unless you're working in medical or frontline worker, it hasn't sort of gotten down that level yet.
See, interestingly, I got an email today because I am a volunteer with, I think it's called Age Concern here. Is it Age Concern or Help the Aged? I always come.
Age Concern.
Age Concern in New Zealand. So I'm a volunteer, and I have 2 lovely ladies that I visit, one on Sunday and one on Monday. So apparently I am an unpaid frontline worker, which I did not realize. And so I filled in my thingy today to say that I should join the queue, which kind of feels a bit weird. But, you know, it's about keeping people safe. So when I get called up, I will go forward and get my vaccine.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah. Yes. So I think we will do finished objects
Finished
first.
objects. Excellent.
Victoria.
I have a finished object.
Drum roll, please.
Drum roll.
Oh, that
It was a bit loud. Sorry for those people who are have got earbuds in. I shouldn't have hit my table. I have finally finished.
What's the
Emerald City. Yeah, I started it in March.
It wasn't that long.
In April.
That's amazing. Okay, don't paint. Don't ink.
So it'll be alright. So it's all done. Now, strangely for me, I have changed some of the pattern. I know you're all absolutely shocked. You're aghast at that. Right. So my changes were anywhere where it was obviously like the ruby slippers, I did them in red. The pattern called up for them in silver. I think the pattern is based on the book and not the movie. But I've done this for my niece who is more familiar with the movie. So I've done it sort of based around there. I changed the colour of the monkey to be grey. He was brown in the pattern. And I took out what was a bottle of wine and a basket of something and replaced it with the medal and the diploma. So that is, of course, you've got the heart for the Tin Man, the diploma for the scarecrow, and the medal for the lion for his bravery. But that is done. So now I just have to get it framed or find a frame. Oh, one of the other changes I did is I changed her dress up a bit. I did it all completely gingham as opposed to just the skirt. But she's all done, and I'm super pleased that it's done. I have to go around the shops and see if I can find a square frame big enough to fit it, because I don't really want to pay to get it framed.
No, that's my rest of my life resolution.
Yeah.
I'm going to collect some frames tomorrow. We get paid tomorrow, so I'm going to collect these frames tomorrow. I am not doing that again.
Yeah.
That's not happening again.
So that was the Emerald City by Al Forrest Embroidery. Yeah, all done.
And you really enjoyed that, didn't
I
you?
really enjoyed it. I hadn't done so it's 2/2 on a, I can't remember, I think it's a 32 count linen, just with the DMCs, and it was so nice to do.
And you got the linen from the embroiderer in Auckland.
Yeah.
By ordering it online, right?
I did.
Cool. And that was a nice little project for you to play at, substituting colours.
I did, substituting colours and physically changing the pattern, which is a big no-no for me. So
You're such a grown-up.
I was so proud of myself. It felt so wrong.
Breaking all the rules.
Yeah.
Great. Well done.
So that has meant that I have been able to move on to other things, which I'll show you coming up.
But you have still been quite restrained.
Surprisingly.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, and I feel like I've done heaps of stitching in the last 2 weeks, but actually getting ready for this Flosstube, it's like, oh, not so much.
Is that one finished?
No, that's not finished. That's just a whip.
Okay.
So we'll come to that one.
Okay. I have no finished objects.
That's all right.
That's right.
That's how it rolls.
Yeah. I have finished some things, but they're not cross-stitched, so we're moving on.
To come to the end of the video.
That's right.
Excellent.
Okay, you do your bits and I'll do my bits. How about that?
So what are we doing next? Is that
work in progress.
work in progress? Okay, so I've started new ones.
Ooh. No, we did talk about, we had to show our different versions, how you're following the rules and I wasn't.
Okay, should we do that one first? Okay, so as you both know, Catherine and I have been working on, or I have been working on, and Catherine has been embellishing? Not redesigning.
Used it as a starting point.
You used it as an inspiration and then then took off on your own with the Snowflower Diaries, The Joyful World. So I have finally started March. I haven't finished it by any stretch of the imagination. I've got most of the middle done, but I've still got the border and a couple of bits of... It's not showing up great.
You're not... left.
Oh, and now you can see the back of the paper. On focus. I have a strange feeling that this video might not be in focus. So,
Don't jinx it.
it's pretty cute. I spent a day on that in the weekend. So I've just got the border to finish.
Sorry, I'm just laughing.
You're laughing?
At the contrast.
Oh,
This is so pretty though.
it's cute.
This is 1/1, isn't it?
This is 1/1 on a
Oh.
32 count cream
My giddy aunt.
with the called for DMCs.
I mean, Victoria,
It's
we
cute.
did discuss already that you are way younger than me.
Yes, yes. And I will not be doing many more 1/1s, I don't think.
I thought for a minute it was going to be more than 20 years, but it's not.
No, it's not. It's not.
Very, very pretty. See, I wish the cameras would be able to glean how there is hardly it's like the same. There's no height to 1/1. Very pretty indeed. Very pretty indeed.
So, you know, even though it's May now, I've almost done March.
So just for fun, I thought it'd be really funny to show the contrast between how Victoria reads a pattern and how I read a pattern, which is to say,
Meh.
meh. You what? I don't understand. So this is my March. So you'll notice that my M is actually the original M.
Oh, good job.
Oh,
You
God.
give them some of it. You know, 10%. Great. Well, it's not even 10%, is it? It's about 2.
Yeah, and I've got my little bird. And all my
That's
little
cute.
birds, the ones that needed it, have feetsies and eyesies.
And beaks. You did beaks too,
And
didn't you?
beaks when they
Yeah.
were required. So
Yeah.
oh, that's got. Anyway, I'm really happy with this.
Yeah.
It's a much coarser. Actually, it's funny the difference the color of the linen
colour.
makes.
Yes, so
Because mine's quite coarse looking. I don't think it's coarser than. Well, no, it probably is.
I was very impatient. I was waiting for a whole lot of stuff to arrive when I started these. So I just ended up using a cream, which I already had in my stash. I don't have much of a stash, but that I already had. It actually calls for a more a natural coloured linen, which would mean all the whites would pop. So that's
really?
that's the payoff. A
Oh.
lot of it, when it's white, it's more of a textural.
I think that looks very pretty. I think
it's cute.
You can see it.
Yeah.
Especially if you wear glasses at my age. So I'm not really going to show much of it, but all my little birdies have eyes and feetsies and
So cute.
yeah, some of them are quite cute actually. Like that one was a bit weird. With the beak going that
I
way.
like that.
Yeah, I actually saw the pattern that I got the inspiration from, and the beak was in a completely different direction. But you know, I didn't get that memo.
Oh,
So, but I'm pleased.
it's cute. And I think we've talked before how you've got you've done 12 borders and you've
Yes.
stitched the 12-month words and you've stitched
Yeah.
the 12 birds, whereas I'm, you know, start a month, finish a month, start a month, finish a month.
I think if I didn't do one of everything for everything, and
You'd never.
I would give up after the third.
Right. Whereas
like, nah.
now I've started, I need the whole set.
Yes. But we're both really happy with our
Yeah,
takes on it.
absolutely.
Yes. I think if someone wanted to give me your set, I'd be delighted. I'm not suggesting.
It's not happening.
No, I know, but like I do like
I guess,
it.
yeah.
It's just beyond my personality to
No.
do that.
No.
So anyway, that was just fun.
It's all good.
I thought it'd be fun to show contrast and compare.
Oh, so what else have I got? So, now this is...
The much awaited.
No, I've got one whip, but it's also that I've started. So a new start that's also newly arrived. So I might actually keep this one. Excuse me.
For purchases.
I might keep this one for purchases because the thread's super cute. And I want to show the threads. So I'll start on another one that...
This is very pretty.
So this one is my Art Nouveau ABC, which I have started. And I love it. This is done with... Just a second.
Privacy curtain.
Sorry. We'll cut this bit of the video out where she chokes on her own spit.
Victoria's a shortcutter because she's the editor.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start this bit again.
Oh, you're going to do it?
I want to cut it out.
Oh, okay. Shall I get you a glass of water?
That's right, I'll just drink a bit of coke. Should be good. Okay. So, we've
on,
cut the video because I just had
attention seeking.
I had a coughing fit, so hopefully I edited this bit out. So I have started my uppercase Art Nouveau ABC, and I love it. It's so much fun to stitch. It's done with classic Colourworks hand-dyed floss or whatever they are. And this is actually my first project with the hand-dyed flosses, so with the graduated threads.
And it's hand-dyed fabric as well.
Oh, and it's hand-dyed fabric, so I'm all about
You're all fancy.
All fancy. And I'm in love with it. I am now all about the hand-dyed threads. I'm loving this pattern. I've now got whole new floss boxes that I've got to fill up with all these flosses. I don't, but you know, in my head I do.
She does.
I've made a spreadsheet.
Why are we friends? I have to use spreadsheets at work sometimes.
No, I've got a spreadsheet because I've got the name of the floss, the number, and then a tick box if I've got it, or a tick box if I need it, and I can filter it by the different options. It's great.
You get another column. How many times have I mentioned it to Catherine, and how many times has she laughed?
Yeah, I even showed Catherine when we were in the shop last weekend. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about it, doesn't matter.
Yeah, oh, that's right.
So I'm loving it. So that's what I've done. This is the pattern. So what is it? It's Filigram, uppercase ABC, Art Nouveau, Water Lily. And I got the pattern from 123 Stitch, and the flosses also from 123 Stitch, but the fabric, which is 36 count Silvery Moon from number 12 Stitch Co, which is an Australian Etsy shop. Sorry, words are not my friend today. But I am having so much fun, and it's going...
And you find it relaxing, don't you? Because you can just do one motif.
Yeah, and with just the two colours, it's mindless, and we're not changing your thread every 2 minutes. So that is really all I've worked on. I did a little bit of my, but not enough to show you, the blue needle and thread. No. Linen and thread.
Threads.
Mystery sampler, but only like sort of that much, so it's not even worth showing.
So this is for your mum.
Cool. We've got to stop.
Sorry. Can I keep talking, or are you going to edit me out?
Keep talking. I'm just going to.
Okay. So what I will say is that Victoria's mum watches our Flosstube, so Victoria's not focusing on your piece.
Don't tell her that.
You need to write a nasty comment on. Just say, Victoria, dear, make sure that you rotate.
Oh, I did do some.
Very good. I think we do need to talk about what we did on Sunday, because it was quite distressing. Because we decided to go to a coffee shop and they'd run out of cake.
So we had to go to another coffee shop.
What was that about? Yeah, we decided to have an impromptu outing to...
because we wanted to go to Stitch
Witches.
Witches because they had got some more stock in, and I wanted to get some more threads
She had a spreadsheet
to tick off
fill.
my spreadsheet.
And I need a DMC thread.
Yes. So that was successful, but we also went to a shop in town called Stitch Pantry.
Oh yes, that's on Princess Street. Yes, so
Yeah.
that's... I'm not sure. I think it's some sort of... I don't think it's a charity, but it's a not-for-profit.
Yeah, so it's all second-hand, excuse me, second-hand, well, it's sewing supplies, isn't it?
Haberdashery.
Haberdashery.
It was
so
a haberdashery sale.
cottons, needles, fabric. It was brilliant.
Yeah, you did very well.
I got a big piece of linen, I'm not quite sure what count it is, that I've got to wash, and
We can work it out.
we can work it out.
Yeah. I got some DMC thread that was secondhand, so a little bit used, so that was great. I really like using secondhand stuff, so that was great.
Yeah.
And there was a little tray cloth. I like rescuing tray cloths, and this was very thin fabric, and it had lots of little moth holes, and it was very pretty. I should have brought it to show you. Anyway, I loved it. So then I had to find other fabrics to go with it, because it was a koha, where you donate. You take what you want, but you leave a donation.
Yeah.
So I did that, but it came to $10, so I can't think what else did I
Ribbon.
Oh, I bought ribbon as well. I'll show you what I made with my stuff, because I get twitchy when I think that I'm just shopping for shopping's sake. So I spent the rest of the weekend making things with the things I'd bought, so that I would feel that I was a crafter, not a consumer.
Yeah. Whereas I just went to shop.
Because I have rules in my head. A lot of rules. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was really good fun.
It was good fun.
But yeah, the coffee shop, we went to Copper, which we really liked. They had been very friendly to us. When we arrived, there was no cake.
It was 3:45 in the afternoon.
I know, but it was still distressing.
It was distressing.
So then we ended up going to Balmac 7, which is normally very busy, but they did have cake.
They
so
did
that
have
was
cake.
really good.
It was good cake.
And my cake was good, so that was really good. And I ate half of Victoria's chips.
Yeah, I had chips and aioli.
Yes, it was very good.
It was great.
And I was disorganized, and I didn't take something, my glasses, something I couldn't stitch.
I don't know whether you didn't have your needles or your threads or something.
Yeah, so it was just eating.
Eating, yeah. And we did some sorting, but it was good.
Yes, it was good fun. Yes.
Yeah. So that is it for my works in progress. Because I'm going to keep my final one for a. I'm not a shopper,
Purchasing. Yeah. Okay, so I have been doing lots of stuff, but because I have so many projects on the go, there's not a lot of progress. I did something that you might be proud of me. You might judge me, but you might be proud as
I'm
well.
always proud. What have you done?
Okay, so this is my red alphabet, which I'm using cross-stitch antique style samplers, and this is a Bristol Orphanage alphabet, which I can't show you. I can't show you the pattern, but I can show it to you here.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful. So the thing to do is don't go to your friend's house and be distracted and work backwards. That's one thing that happened. The other thing that happened was that when I saw that, oh, now this is weird. Oh no, it is there. It is there. It's okay. So I like a thing to be a bit weird. That's okay.
Yeah.
But I also like symmetry. So I'm having to work backwards because I got distracted. So this bit and this bit is the same. So at my friend's house, I started from here. I opened my pattern page here. I was wrong. But anyway, so here they have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these things. Then they have a thingy separating them, and then 3. Well, that's wrong, isn't it?
That is wrong.
So I know you would not approve of me changing things, but you would not approve of 4 and 3.
No,
so
that doesn't
kind of
work.
Weird.
Yeah.
So I changed it. There was a lot of counting because I had to get it right. Counting ahead.
So what have you done?
So I have done 3, then 3 little thingies, and then 3 again. So that's way better. So
That's an improvement. You should email that through to the book and they can change the pattern.
to the 18-something orphanage.
Yeah, I think that's what you should do.
Anyway, and so I did this one. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do one whole band, one whole line, and then I move on. But yesterday I couldn't focus on anything, so I started a new one. Isn't this cute?
It's very cute.
In fact, one of the things I wanted to talk about was the fact that I do a lot of knitting, and it's incredible how many knitting motifs you could move across to cross-stitch.
Oh, really?
Yes. And I think this is exactly what used to happen. So people that, in the olden days, people that saw lace and they were very good knitters would pinch designs from lace and move them to knitting. And it would be the same across all the crafts.
Yeah.
You'd be thinking, oh, I like that woven whatever, and then you would pinch it.
That
So
would
there's a
make
lot
sense.
of intermarriage between them. So I really like this. That's that Nordic star type thing. There are lots of these Nordic stars in Fair Isle knitting. So I really like that.
What is Fair Isle knitting?
Oh, sorry. Fair Isle knitting is with more than one color. So you would have a line, so you could have like blue, 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 red, blue, 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 red, and then
Sure.
adding that color would add pattern. So you could have little hearts.
Yep.
Would be part of the design. Or
Design.
Stuff
Yep,
like
so
that.
it's-
So Fair Isle knitting comes from the islands of Scotland.
Lovely.
From Fair Isle being one of them.
That's where it comes from.
Yes.
Just sounds
I know stuff about that. So anyway, I really like the fact that I can, because I like to do my own thing, I can look at my knitting and I can go, oh, I could move that across to cross stitch or whatever. Anyway, it's very pretty. I love this. So this has now become something I show Martin when I, look, darling, just what he wants in his life. Look, darling, I've done a little thingy.
interesting. Nice.
He's delighted.
I bet he is. Thrilled.
And this is great because it's not going to be that big. So it's going to be this wide, which means that I've got a little bit left over for other things. And it's probably going to be as long as that, I reckon. Which means that I'm going to have all of that linen.
Where did this linen come from? Do you remember?
This was from Embroidery, the Embroidery as well.
Yeah.
And as my 20-year-old says, I am a povo. So I can't keep buying linen, it's expensive. So I'm pleased that I can reuse this for use the rest for something else.
Excellent.
So that is going very well. And I have got the book, and the book is this. I'm going to do a shout out to library books as well, because let's not forget there are lots of library books out there which also support designers in different ways, because designers produce these books as well. So this one's Jane Greenough, who's, as far as I know, very well known. So it's got some really great things in here.
Didn't you get that one at an op shop?
No, I got this one a long time ago when I was doing cross stitch before I married.
Right.
So I've had this one a long time, but I've photocopied my my page, so I'm not carting the book around.
Oh, you end up ruining the spine and
Yeah. So this is my
working copy.
yeah in my beautiful. Oops. Let's not lose. This is from something else. This is from something else. I'll put it there. In my beautiful kimono bag that I made the other day.
Beautiful.
So that's that. And then I've shown you my calendar. You don't need to see that again because not a lot has happened. I'm sorry if I repeat myself, but I can't remember how much I showed you of this one. Can I just show you my arrangement of my threads? I did instead of painting last Friday when I was off, on my day off, I work 4 days a week now. I tidied up all my projects and I used my pegs to organize all my flosses.
It's so cute. It's got the number on it.
And the name. So I like organizing them like this. So I had fun with that. And, oh, I think I did show this. I'll just show you quickly. So I've got the border and I've got the branches as well, all along. And the reason I couldn't make progress is because I wanted to use 3 different yellows for the Ko-Fi flower. And I only had one that I loved, and then the other 2 didn't quite work. So that was one reason I wanted to go back to Stitch Witches to get some more DMC, but I ended up buying it from Stitch Kitchen. Yeah. So that worked out.
Excellent.
I'm very happy with my Molino threads from Peru because it makes me think of home, and I'm also very happy with DMC. So I'm a bit like that with my knitting as well. I don't use indie dyed yarns. I don't really like superwash stuff. I like woolly wools. I'm quite happy with bread. I'm a bread and butter sort of person. I don't need fancy.
Nice.
So that was that one. Then I managed to finish my new page, my second page of this linen and threads. Beautiful.
I love this one.
Beautiful piece. I do love this. I'm very happy. This one, Martin gets shown this one too. He's so delighted. So which way does it go? It goes this way. So I have completed that pot.
This one. Yeah.
Yes.
It's so cool.
It is all done. And it's not random with the colors because I do prefer the orange to the peachy. So I'm putting more, I'm choosing carefully. I'm putting more orange than peach. And I'm going to do, I've said I'm going to do my initials at the end.
Cute.
In 2028.
When you finish it.
It won't be that long. I'm actually going, I think I'm going quite fast.
Nice.
We'll
I
see
think
how
you're
it goes.
thundering through it.
Yes, not quite thundering through, but we have also, Martin and I made a decision that we're not going to spend one day a weekend painting the new housey because I'm a little bit tired. So
You have a
from
break.
now on, we're not having a break, but from now on we'll just go for a weekend because we can sleep there now.
Yeah.
And then we'll paint for 2 hours and then we'll just have a weekend. So that'll be fun.
Lovely.
And then, see how I organized myself? I'm so organized, Victoria.
I love your pigs.
It's really hard to find wooden pegs now.
Yeah.
You actually, last time I saw them, I bought 2 bags because it's getting harder.
Yeah.
So this is my Jane Austen, Miss Bingley's Library, which everybody has done.
But it's awesome, so that's
It is
why
lovely.
everyone's done it.
Mine is getting done with a twist. Because, okay, so the things that I have done is I was going to do her olive skinned, but I didn't want to get out of bed. So,
She didn't want to go to bed to find the floss that was in the other room.
That's
That's
right.
the end of that.
So she's actually very white. But she has turquoise dress because she's that sort of lady.
I think she's great. And I like her pink.
She's got a pink sort of blouse.
Is it blouse?
Bustier something,
Bustier?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's
Corsety thingy. She's got a big nose. And also I really like, I like to think that she's got a tankard. That's not a mug of tea, that's a tankard. Anyway, I'm really happy with that.
Is
It's
that how you
cute.
say it? Tankard?
Oh, who knows?
I've always said tankard. No, I haven't. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
Tankard. I have very confused accent. I'm quite tired as well, so it could be said tankard.
Well, I don't know. It's, you know how you can read words and you know how they are, but you try and say them out loud and it all just goes to pop. Or
And
is
then
that
once,
just me?
and then once someone says, "Oh, how do you say that?" No clue.
Yeah.
And in fact, I spend half my life saying things, and I get a look from someone, and I'm like, "Oh, obviously they don't say it like that here." So anyway, and also, I wanted to be a linguist, and it's interesting because people always I get hung up. People get hung up on how people pronounce things, but apparently, when you actually analyze it at the micro level, families pronounce things differently.
Of course
Yeah,
they
like
do. Yep.
everybody's pronunciation is different. So that's interesting. Tankard.
Tankard. Tankard? Oh, I
I
can't
would,
even
I would
say
say
anymore.
tankard. I could be wrong. Whatever.
I don't know.
Anyway, she doesn't have a dainty mug.
No.
So that one's that one. And I made loads of progress with this one, which also has its peg. So this is the Whip It Good, which has also been quite a popular design. Heartstring Samplery is very popular designer anyway, so you do see quite a lot of them. I was rushing to do this for my daughter, but I'm not rushing anymore. I actually don't think any 19-year-old likes this mustardy brown.
I like the mustardy brown.
Yes, because we're older.
Oh,
But can you
jeez.
imagine when you were that
Yeah.
19, it would be like,
Yeah, no
thanks.
thanks, Mum. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like, oh, another thing I don't want to hang in my bedroom. So anyway, I might still give it to her, but it won't be a birthday present. And I've also realized I don't want to rush because there's a lot of repetition in this pattern. That gets a bit boring.
Yeah. Because it's quarters, isn't it? Like the four
Yes.
quarters are essentially the same,
Yeah.
just mirrored.
It's very lovely though. It is very lovely. I am going to still write something in Spanish about her being marvelous, or me being marvelous. Someone will be marvelous in Spanish.
The dog is marvellous.
Marvelous. And the final, oh, this will make you uncomfortable, Victoria.
Oh, what have you done? I love this one.
Well, it's not so much what I did as what happened. So this is the friendship tree, which I have decided is not going to have the words because many reasons, but also I don't have the space for the words. And instead of the people, I'm going to have, because I am very twee, I am going to have M and C for Martin and Catherine, because that's how I roll.
That's cute.
Just get slushy and overly lovey-dovey. So this is how much I've done. So I've done quite a bit.
Yes.
What you may or may not be able to tell is that there's a couple of greens in there.
No.
Because, and that was one of the things that prompted me to tidy up my flosses. I was like, oh, is this the green? Because I was embroidering and then I was taking bits off my floss and then cutting it and then just dumping it. And then in the morning I'd be like, oh, maybe it's this one. Yes. So anyway, this is really quite lovely. And you can't even tell. 2 different greens. Can you tell?
Can I tell?
You've got young eyes.
We've got rubbish light.
Young eyes.
Okay.
You can tell.
Yeah. Bottom 2 branches, but it's quite nice. So the top 4 are all the same and the bottom 2 are different. So it looks purposeful.
Yep. And also, not only, but also, I think once it's full of all the little bits that I have,
It's not going to matter.
It's not going to matter. I mean,
it doesn't matter at all
come
now.
on, does it ever matter to me? It adds texture. It adds movement.
It does.
I've been thinking long and hard about this, Victoria.
Yep.
Because you know how I don't do my crosses the same way. Did you know that? And I don't do my crosses. Oh, I've lost my thingy. I don't do my crosses the same way for 2 reasons. One is I really can't be bothered. But the other one is it adds movement. It makes it for an interesting piece. Look at her face. So you listen to me, but look at her face. And so I was, I was justifying things in my head. Because I once showed Victoria a piece that my baby had done, and I was proud mommy, and Victoria said, her crosses are the wrong way.
Did you know it was a piece you had done? I didn't say that about your child, did I?
Yes, you did.
I apologise.
It was okay. I laughed at Victoria. I was like, oh, Victoria. I just think it has movement. Like, you don't go to an artist that paints in oils and says you can only do downward strokes.
No.
Say that to Vincent van Gogh.
True.
Yes. So anyway, I don't cross my crosses the same way. Ever.
Sure.
Sometimes I do like 7 and then things change. So anyway, all of that adds to the movement. So I'm really happy. I like that. All that to say, I don't follow the rules. Was there anything else?
Is that all your whips?
I think there might be. Oh no, my shirt. Oh, I finished one bit. My shirt, which I've just done my first line, Black Lives Matter. Victoria has all the best phrases for me. She saves them for me. So this.
I don't know what I've done now.
You will now.
All right, what have I done?
So I finished Black Lives Matter.
Which I love. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, it's really...
Oh, that's what I said in the
and
restaurant.
Victoria said,
Yeah.
I really like how you did the eyes.
Dyslexic can't spell and obviously not paying attention.
It just fuel to the fire. I'm like, ooh, I can bring this up.
Yeah,
Anyway, it's very cute. I just copied it. They're not mine.
They're teas, by the
they're
way,
teas.
if you're struggling to get them.
They're not eyes, they're teas. Anyway, I'm really happy with this. So my next one, I'm going in order of priorities. So the next one's going to be Love is Love, which I'm going to put there. I may do it with stem stitch.
Ooh,
I
changing
might
up to
mix it up.
stitches.
I might mix it up. I don't know. Anyway, I need to start wearing this, so it's gonna not live in a bag.
I like that.
I took this to the restaurant, but I couldn't do it because I'd left the red floss somewhere. Yeah.
Did you find the red? Is that the red floss?
No, I think it's in another. No, this is my new purchase. I think it's in another place. So that's okay. Do you think there's a theme? Disorganized, organized. I have some other talents.
You have many talents.
Big hair and everything like that.
Yeah.
And good kimono bag.
Excellent.
Okay, I think that's everything floss relatedness.
Excellent.
Yes.
All right, so
I'm dying in here. Your house is very warm today, Victoria.
my house is not normally warm, but I have 2 heaters going.
Woo woo. New Zealand living. Okay, so Victoria,
Oh,
did you get
I'm
any
not a
post?
shopper, but it finally arrived after ordering it on the 10th of March. It arrived on the 27th of April.
So, that sounds right.
Late. So I now have Autumn Quaker,
Woo woo.
and it has arrived, and I'm super happy with it. Although I think it's one of these things where I'd hyped it up so much in my mind, but nah, it's awesome. But the best bit is the little flosses. And they are tiny, like little.
Yes.
I've got big fingers. But
It's very cute. It's such a shame that you have to
super
break up
cute.
the little thing to do it.
it is. I am not going to keep them like this. I found it really hard to use and to pull the right ones out, so I'll put these on some floss cards, I think. And interestingly, when I started it, it's a slow goer because you have to change your colour all the time. So I've bought more needles and I'm going to have a needle threaded up in each colour. But I have started it.
That's a good hack, I think.
I think that you suggested that. So I'm super excited to get into that one.
So, where did you get your fabric from?
So the fabric I'm doing it on is 32 count toasted marshmallow from number 12 Stitch Co.
And it's a lovely
the Etsy
caramel
store.
sort of colour, and I think it'll go really well with the autumn
It
theme.
is beautiful. So I think I've said before, but because I'm me, I've bought all 4 seasons, and each season is going to be done on a different coloured fabric, a different hand-dyed fabric. So just subtle colour, nothing too out of it, but I just love it, and it's making those beautiful autumn colours just pop. So once again, look at the teeny tiny things.
They are very cute.
They're so cute.
Make sure you take a photo before you get rid of the
true.
nice arrangement.
I think I have. I did take a photo because I wanted to make sure I put them in the right order back in the box.
That's not a rule.
No, I know, but that just looks lovely. It's like when you first get coloured pencils and you just put a little dot at the top, so you know what you... Just me then.
You put a little dot at the top. So
like they get the coloured pencils, and then the bit of cardboard that goes at the top, if you just like put a little dot of the colour, and then you can always put them in the order that they came in.
Okay, I didn't do that. I think I was more of a like... put them in the bag. In a cloth pencil case. Yes.
Nice. And that is... I got a couple of flosses in the weekend, but that was about it. I didn't buy any patterns or anything.
You bought hand-dyed floss though, didn't you?
I did buy
What
some
brand did you buy?
Classic Colourworks. They were just Classic Colourworks. It was just two.
Yeah.
Because now I'm all in love with the hand-dyed flosses. I had been converting a big pattern I've got coming up, which is called 4 in DMC, into the gentle art.
So which pattern is that?
So that is going to be, it's the Springfield Sampler. Sorry, down in the box.
You know, sometimes
This one. This one. So it just calls for DMC, and I want to do it in the hand-dyed.
Ah, yes.
I saw someone on Instagram who'd started it with the hand-dyed, and it just looked amazing. So I thought, oh, I'm going to do the same.
Yeah, but also in the floss tubes that I watch, apparently there will be shops that have got a conversion. So if you buy it through them, they'll give you their conversion.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so but
I was just using the conversion calculator on 123 Stitch.
yeah. So but some of them already do that.
Yeah.
Some of the big stores pre-do it for some of the popular kits. So
That's cool.
a thing.
Plus it builds up my stock of
Yeah.
hand-dyed threads.
Yeah, very good.
So that's it for my pantry.
Oh, what did I get in pantry? Okay, so I got two things. So I will show you. So me being me, I'm gonna do May Fun for lots of reasons. And my May Fun is going to be that I'm going to start this one, and in between doing all my other things, I'm always going to go back to this one. And I'm really excited about this because it's one in Spanish that YanyStitcher charted, and so it's an antique. I think it's in a museum in Mexico, and she did the chart, and it's really cute. I liked it because it was in Spanish, and I'd been looking for something in Spanish. What are you laughing about?
No, because you liked it because it's in Spanish, yeah.
I liked it because it's in Spanish. Representation matters.
Yes.
We need some more Spanish-speaking floss tubers. But it does cute things. Like, you know when you did in stuff that you do in school, so instead of a word, you put a symbol?
Yes.
Like, I heart you, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So that's what they do in this. It's very cute. It's enormous, apparently, which I hadn't realised. I thought it was going to be very little, but Yanni did say. So it's 306 stitches by 323. That's quite a lot.
That's a lot.
But I think they have quite a lot of negative space.
Yeah.
So I'm quite hopeful.
Just a big bit of linen.
Yes. And so you get this from YanyStitcher. So if there are any people... we have had a couple of people contact saying I would like to put more Spanish into my making because they have Latin American heritage. So this is a good one, YanyStitcher. And you email her, and then she sends you a PayPal order and then an email. So that's really cool. I'm excited about this. I have to wait for payday to get money for linen. Anyway, fun and games. So I bought this. I'm excited about this. So this is going to be my May Fun. I'm not going to do any more like
Craziness.
I'm not going to do a lot. I don't think I ever showed this. I forgot to show it. So I have this, which is really good if you're wanting to do your own designs, which I do because I am me. But Victoria really liked it as well, so no doubt
too.
She will have a borrow of this. See, I don't think it
Don't push it
matters.
too much.
Nordic Star, like in knitting. It's great. So
I was really
this is by Brenda Keys. everybody has bought one, and I'll definitely use mine.
Yeah, I think I'm going to buy a copy. It's amazing. I was surprised. I really thought it would be like all the other cross stitch books you buy, and you look at it and there's a glossy picture and then there's the pattern. This is just full on
Patterns. Yeah.
And motifs.
Yeah, and alphabets.
Yeah, and there's no... I mean, other than this is the only picture that shows things stitched. It's just full of patterns. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Or motifs. It's motifs more than patterns.
Yeah. It's pretty great.
It's a great book.
There is another one that I've seen, but it's a bit more modern. So there's one that's like 500 cross-stitch motifs, and I think it's from Japan, and so it's got that feel.
Ooh.
But it looked too trendy for me. I'm more of a traditional sort of stitcher. But it was kind of cool, so look it up. 500 motifs. So I got those two. I'll show you this because it's not cross-stitch, but it's making. So some of you may have come across this artist. So Resilient Stitch by Claire Wellesley Smith. I love her work. She already has another book out, which I have, which is, I'm trying to see if it tells me the name, and it's not telling me the name. I've forgotten the name, but it's about mindfulness in meditative stitching or something like that. It's really beautiful. It features other artists as well. So Alice Kettle, Riza Kabir, I don't know her. So that's kind of cool. A new artist that I'll be able to discover. Angela Maddock. There's a couple of artists that I already follow on Instagram, so it's really cool to read a little bit. They have kind of an essay on why they do what they do. Lynn Setterington. And they're all amazing artists working with textiles. Amy Meisner, she lives in Alaska. She posted a cool thing about doing artwork with repurposed, found net ropes from fisheries that had washed up in Alaska. So that was kind of interesting. She posted that photo on Instagram. So it's really cool stuff. It's the sort of book that you dip in and out of. And of course, Batsford, if you've never bought a book from Batsford Publishing, all their textile books have this lovely textile texture. It's like a cross.
Oh, it's fuzzy.
It's fuzzy. It's very beautiful. So I've got a few of their books. I've got Mandy Patullo. She has one of them. The other book of hers is called Slow Stitch. So if you are a maker and you're interested in different sorts of making and you like making slow stitching, this is a very good book. She's a great artist. And she lives in the north of England, so she's got to be a good sort.
Good sort. Nice.
Yes. So I got that. And this is not purchases, but I do want to give a shout out to public libraries. So wherever you are. What's that? You're not a librarian, are you?
Oh, I was head librarian for 2 years at high school. Thank you very much.
Well,
I taught the librarians how to cross stitch.
Very good. So I've been enjoying this Historical Samplers, which is by people actually I didn't know. It's two names. Patricia Ryan and Alan Bragdon. I didn't know them. But I just want to show you one little thing because I was so amused by this and I thought it would make Victoria uncomfortable, so that's funny.
Life goals, eh?
Yes. Okay, so this little sampler is so adorable. And look, upside down numbers.
I need to see this.
So they didn't get to the bottom of white. So this is a collection of samplers from different museums in the US, I think. And this little sampler, which is very little,
upside down numbers,
has the letters one way and then the numbers upside down. So they were speculating that maybe a different sibling had started sewing them and she wanted to differentiate her work.
Maybe that she just got distracted when she was visiting a friend and started stitching upside
That's
down.
right. That's right. Trying not to talk about politics, getting distracted.
Nice.
So there are a couple that I liked, and so you get they have a little bit of so anyway, this is a great book. This is from the Dunedin Public Library, so you know, use it or lose it.
Use it or lose it. Yeah.
Go to the library and check out. This is from the stacks, so they have to go and get them. A librarian always enjoys going to the stacks to get things that don't get used very often. So, and so you get a little bit of a biography if they have it. in the book, and then you have the picture of the sampler. Sometimes they have the original and a copy, and then you get the pattern as well, which you can't see from there, so it's all good. So I think these books are really valuable and worth getting out of the library, even if it's just for inspiration or for looking at the colors, or if you're in a bit of a funk.
Yeah.
Or and then I got this other one as well, which is Textile Treasures, an introduction to European decorative textiles for home and church in the National Museums of Scotland. And in the Scottish museums they do have a good collection of samplers as well, so I thought this would definitely be worth looking at. But it's not just samplers, they also have bed covers and curtainage.
Beautiful. But that's embroidery more than...
They have a mixture. They have 1 or 2 samplers here as well. So they've got these band samplers that are a lot of work and very popular with people, and they usually have what they call speciality stitches in England. So anyway, I do like to read about the history of things as well. So well worth a visit. New Zealand has some great libraries, but I'm sure most places have really good libraries as well, and so they'll have some treasures that you can look at.
Excellent.
That is that.
So then I think that's
Well, that was purchased as DMC thread.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I'm doing an exciting thing. I'm going to be a grown-up. I'm going to take a class, which is not, it's not
That's
embroidery, but I'm doing a 3D class from, so the stitcher lives in Brazil, but they're originally from Ecuador, and this is a style of 3D embroidery that is very much of his town and his family. So it's 3 hours that I have to do.
Do you want to say his name?
I'm trying to think.
If you don't remember it, I'll put an Instagram name thing on the end, on the sheet on the screen.
I'm trying to think of his Instagram name. I'll do that thing where I'm just looking.
When she's looking at her phone. Yeah.
Okay, so his name is Willow. Interestingly, he's a Jesuit priest, so that's cool.
Yeah.
But he's lovely. His I'm not terribly religious, but his postings are very thoughtful, which I appreciate.
And his work is beautiful.
His work is really beautiful. I'm just trying to see if I can show you some of his works. Anyway, I
we can
decided.
share? I'm not sure if we
Oh,
can.
it's from Instagram. Yeah.
All right.
So he just had this shirt, linen shirt made, and he had done this
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
embroidery heart. Is it not great?
No.
Not great.
No.
Okay. But I'm doing I'm going to be stitching a 3D, which is a bit like stump work, orange. So we're going to put the Instagram there because it's an account well worth following.
Definitely worth checking out.
And he posts in Spanish and sometimes in Portuguese because he lives in Portugal now. Really amazing workmanship. And I thought it'd be fun to pretend that I'm going to follow the rules. Anyway, I got my instructions, I've got my slot, because it's one-on-one teaching, which is
That's brilliant.
pretty cool. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
I'm not very good with classes, but
No,
we'll see
I
how
have
that
also
goes.
signed up for a class through Stitch Witches, but we'll tell you more about that closer to the time.
Well, tell a bit about now because people might want to do it.
I don't know any of the information, so I'm going to tell you closer to the time when I know
So
the information.
all they need to know is that Stitch Witches are going to start doing classes.
Yeah, and it's embroidery rather than a cross stitch, and I haven't done that before.
Yeah.
So
And it's based
You know?
on a book, isn't it?
based on a book called. Oh, we're videoing on my phone, so I can't even look up the picture.
Yeah, but you liked it because in the shop they have one of those clear domes, and they had all the little bits and pieces inside, and you thought that
Yeah,
was
it's like it's a
beautiful.
sewing box with a cushion and a scissor
Yeah.
sheath and a pin cushion. And it's just so cute.
Yes, very lovely, and it's embroidery, which you don't
embroidery.
reckon you've done before.
Well, not intentionally.
Okay, so that's kind of cool. So we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
both be doing.
So I've ordered the
classes.
book, and when the book comes, I'll show you.
And I've done quite a bit of embroidery, so I can help you to get stuck.
Excellent. Yeah, but do all your crosses, all your stitches go the same direction or not?
No, we don't care. Literally, they don't sometimes. I'll be like, I'll be doing a back stitch and I'll forget, and I'm doing stem stitch. It's all good fun.
Brilliant.
So that was one account that definitely I would recommend. Inspiring pretty things. And if you speak Spanish, some of the sayings, like
Yeah.
the chat is inspiring as well.
And I've had a look through his channel, and I don't speak or read either Spanish or Portuguese, but he's well worth following. He's just stunning.
Is that the one I sent you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I follow a few Spanish. If you have good accounts to recommend, please let me know. I haven't been able to find any more Flosstubers that I've kind of hit the spot in Spanish. I've got a few that I follow, but you know, I'm always on the lookout for more. Yeah.
Excellent.
But other things, other making. Can we do other making?
Yeah,
now?
I think so. That's the end of the cross stitch portion, I think.
Yes.
But we've still got awesome stuff, so you should hang around.
So we can do exiting if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Okay, so we went haberdashery shopping, and then I wanted to make sure I was not just shopping, that I'm actually a maker. So I made myself another project bag with this lovely kind of coarse, it could be cotton, it could be, it's quite a coarse, either linen or cotton.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Lovely thick weave. It's nice.
very thick weave, and I lined it with a fabric, and I made it all by hand. I was a bit stressed, and it was just so lovely to not have to keep checking a pattern. I just watched Flosstubes, and I made this in about 3 hours.
So cool.
I really enjoyed it, and I love turquoise. Turquoise is the best colour.
It is.
I mean, red is also the best colour.
And is orange. All the colours.
All the bright colours are the best colours. Yes. And then, because I'd also bought, oh, have I lost one? I've lost one.
1, 2.
Oh, here it is. We also went to the $2 shop to buy glasses so that I could see, because I need glasses to read now. So these are 1.5 with nice blue. I don't really like the size, but one of my glasses broke because it wasn't protected. So I've made little cases for my 3 spares. So there you go. I hand stitched them because who needs the noise of a machine?
That's lovely.
And it probably took me 2 hours to do all 3, and they're all lined. So
That's cool.
they offer a little bit of protection, so I'm quite happy with these. So apparently I am a maker, not just a consumer.
Excellent.
And then I bought myself a pair of dungarees, and they sent me a little stack of all the different colours of linen that they had. So I'm making mug rug.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and appreciate the wonkiness, which it's not super wonky, but you know, we are trying. And we are trying for wonky. So,
In that case, you're failing.
well, it's kind of set, like it sticks out a little bit.
Yeah.
The reason I haven't quilted it yet is because I always think about this at night, and then my quilting thread is in the craft room, which is not my bedroom. And then this is some bed sheets as well. So there's a smaller mug rug.
That's so cute.
It is rather cute. I am quite happy. So that's that.
That's your others?
Yes.
I have another. It's not my doll. I didn't do any work on my Waldorf doll.
Yes, so much for a line, yeah? I forgot to
I'm
check.
bad. We're also doing this a day early, so, you know, I could have done an arm or something today, but I haven't.
I'll make you after
So
this.
I had a box basically just to keep my stash in, and it's all busted in the corners. It was just a cheapy box. So
And it was smaller than this.
it was smaller than this, and so at work we use a lot of A3 paper, so I got an A3 paper box, and I spray painted the bottom because I got really bored of what I'm calling decoupage. It's not. It's just PVA glue and pictures. Look at my box lid. So
appreciate the dinosaur.
appreciate the dinosaur. So about 6 years ago now, I did a 6-week trip around Europe, and I spent a week in London. So these are all tickets and brochures and things that I collected on that trip.
A bit of embroidery around here.
Oh, that actually...
Is that the V&A?
That could have well have been the V&A. It was a bookmark that I had folded, so it doesn't matter.
Beautiful.
So the dinosaur is from the London Natural History Museum.
You
And
do like dinosaurs though in
do
general.
love dinosaurs in general. I've got what have we got there? That's the London Tube map. I really love the tube. It was one of my favourite bits.
Really?
Yeah. Because in Dunedin we have rubbish buses that only
There are no
sometimes
trains
come.
in Dunedin.
And there are no trains. So
all very
there's
sad.
my ticket from the Vatican.
You went to the Vatican?
I went to the Vatican.
That is something.
That is my Eiffel Tower ticket. I think
Is St Hilda's a Catholic school?
no, it's Anglican.
Okay. And you still went to the Vatican?
Yeah.
I've got to be careful what I say.
I was gonna go see Sistine Chapel. I wasn't gonna.
Oh, that's true. I don't think of the Vatican in that way.
No, I did art history. Yeah, art history in high school.
No, that's amazing because I think being Latin American, if people went to the Vatican, they would go to listen to mass.
Oh,
that would be a really important.
I went to look at the paintings and the amazing wallpaper and the beautiful carpets and the
And it's in Rome, isn't it?
It's in Rome. Yeah. Well, it's in the Vatican, which is its own city, but
yeah, I know.
more or less in Rome. And what is we got?
Nice.
Bits from the Crystal Palace, and that's part of the brochure from the National Portrait Gallery.
The one thing your box is not is tacky. I'll bring my box next time.
That's from my ticket to the Lion King.
You've got to make the most of it. I don't think they had the Lion King in Dunedin, have they?
No, but it is in Auckland in a couple of weeks, and I was thinking of going, but I haven't got any money, so it's not going to happen.
Linen. Just one word.
Buying
linen.
too much stuff. Anyway, so that's now my box for basically stash. So it's patterns I'm not working on at the moment. Linen. Yeah. Threads that I'm not using. Things like that.
You'll outgrow that.
Yeah.
Great.
So that's my box. That was my Sunday morning.
Very good. Oh, it's so nice to have time to just do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Just to chill out, like I was doing my flosses, tidying up.
Yeah.
It was nice. Great.
And I didn't have to leave home. For some reason, I've got some random bottles of spray paint in my laundry. So I used the black, and all of that was just under my spare
black
bed.
as well. Why would you even buy black? Like, can you remember the original project?
Yeah, so the original project is I have got 2 old tin chests, and I was going to strip them and paint them to be Ravenclaw and Slytherin trunks.
Why are we friends? Like, who are you? Who am I?
But I never quite got the stripping done. I started stripping it myself and it just wasn't working, so I have to take it somewhere and get that blasted. So it's still on the craft list of things to do. It just hasn't been done yet.
I would think that would have been quite nice, just looking a bit rubbishy, because that's kind of charming in its own way.
No, I want them looking sleek and mean.
Okay, great. You do the craft then. Great. So plans for next fortnight?
Plans for the next fortnight. Okay, so I have to get on with my linen and thread 2017 mystery sampler that I'm doing for Mum, since you've now called me out on that.
Yes.
I have done a bit more, but not enough to worth showing you. Now I've bought new needles. I want to get on more with my autumn Quaker. I'll get on with more ABC.
Are you starting out anything for May Fun?
For May Fun? Not really.
No. Okay.
I think I'm just really into stitching at the moment, and I'm stitching all the hours that I'm not at work. So
great, cool. I sent Victoria an email today with instructions on how to do nice fancy hemming, like in the olden days. So it's drawn thread hemming. So I'm gonna desperately try and finish my red work sampler to see if we can play with that. I'll probably fail, but that's kind of on my radar. I would like to finish something.
I might spend an afternoon just having a play with that with some scraps of linen I've got.
I'm not. I'm just going for the final project. I don't do practicing. Okay, great.
Excellent.
Well, thank you for being with us. I hope you have fun.
Yeah. And we'll see you in a fortnight.
Bye.
Bye.